We're joined by Hugh Beasley, freshly re-signed Hugh Beasley. Beezer, of course, with an ER.
No.
A third season at City Oval for you. Wasn't an easy decision to recommit to the footy club.
Firstly, you're going to cop some feedback from a few of my mates, I reckon, about the ER. Yeah, really easy decision. I think with the returning group coming back, we didn't finish the season the way we wanted to, so we've got a bit of unfinished business, I reckon. So it was a pretty easy decision to come back.
Something that a lot of footy fans wouldn't fully appreciate is the work-life challenge that playing VFL football represents. Is that something that as you get older you find to be more of a challenge, more of a balancing act?
Yeah, I guess so. I think, as you mature, you get more work requirements, therefore you have to be there longer hours, takes up more of your time, and then you got to balance that with footy. So lucky with teaching, they're pretty reasonable and they're understanding about both jobs. So it's a tough balance sometimes, but yeah, it works.
Your passion for the game clearly hasn't waned. Is there something that is driving you? Is it just success? Is it premierships? Is it captaining this group?
I suppose it's a bit of all of it, I guess. The people come first. I love the people here. That drives me to want to play well for each other. And yeah, that captain element where I want to drive this club to as much success as we can with the group that we have.
I'm not sure if this is for me to say, but someone at the footy club who's observed this over a while, the culture of the Box Hill Hawks always seems to be so strong because it is player driven. How would you sum that up? What is it about?
Well, I don't think it falls on my shoulders. That it falls on a lot of people's shoulders, which makes this so easy. Culture comes in a wide range of different ways. So blokes buying into what we're trying to do here, the standards we have at Box Hill, but also the professionalism to treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Staff, volunteers, other players, really drives a strong culture and a winning culture, I think.
You mentioned not shouldering things. You've had some surgery post-season. How is that tracking and what does your rehab timeline look like?
Yeah, it's going well. About 8 weeks in post-surgery, got the sling off, starting to get my strength back a little bit. Started running this week, which is a good feeling. Felt like a slob there for a little bit. But yeah, it's good to get back into training. First week's been awesome to reconnect with everyone. The boys have come back really fit and firing. Some new faces that I'm sure you'll put up and we'll meet shortly. But yeah, the shoulder's coming along nicely. It was pretty painful to get through most of the year with it being desiccated. So taping it up, getting through this pre-season block and hopefully return to main training after Chrissy.
A lot of people wouldn't know it because we made a point of not publicising it, but you played from round 10 onwards, intermittently with a dislocated shoulder. How frustrating was it for you both to deal with that pain, manage that pain, and then to feel like the season comes undone for you and the team sort of almost on the back of it?
Yeah, well, it was frustrating. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't being able to perform at my best. I was in constant pain, but also once it's relocated and you put your hand up to play, you're right to play. And I wanted to make sure that I was out there every week, driving this group as far as we could. And it was unfortunate that I couldn't put my hand up, literally, for the finals campaign. So I had a bit of work done in the off season. I'm keen to get it back stronger and get going for this year.
Something that I think actually deserves to be on the record is you did the shoulder in the second quarter against the Gold Coast, up on the Gold Coast in round 10. Can you tell us a little bit about the 20 minutes after?
Some say it's stupid, some say crazy, some say courageous. But yeah, I don't know. In the moment, I suppose my job, captain, get back on, trying to win that game. It was pretty even at that stage, and I wanted to just prove to everyone that we're not going to just roll over and lose that game, because it was a big travel, it was a big game, kind of set us up to get into the 8 and push for the top 4 almost. But yeah, the green whistle was there waiting, and I was tempted, had it in my hand for a moment when they were trying to pop it back in, but got back in and got back out there and was able to finish off the season.
And then lastly, lots of change on and off the field. That is a byproduct of VFL footy at this time of the year, but It sort of amounted to a bit of a refresh or a reset of the footy club in a lot of ways. But how exciting is it for you to embrace and be a part of that change?
Yeah, VFL is a bit of a weird one because you lose, I think it's about 50% of players and then also staff and people that you've got connections with. But it also brings that new opportunity with new coach or coaches, I should say, new players. So really, really excited for this time of year. Everyone's, I think, is excited when they get back to pre-season. Everyone reckons they can win the grand final. But it's just getting back to basics for us and driving what we want to do at Box Hill, what Box Hill means as a footy club, and building a culture that will hopefully go a long way next season.
Well, Bees, it's been an absolute pleasure to work alongside you for the last 2 years. We look forward to next season, and I'm sure we'll catch up as pre-season rolls along.
I appreciate your work, Budgie.